About 2 days ago, I found myself mulling over that timeless question, when is it time to give up? And I'm sure each and every one of us in this room can relate to that question. At some point in our lives, we've asked ourselves, when should I give up? When should I give up on this job? Or when should I give up on this marriage? When should I give up on my child? When should I give up on my dreams or my goals? And we've all asked ourselves that question, I'm certain of it. How many of us can agree that we've asked ourselves, when should I give up? Our history is filled with brave men and women who, when faced with that question, continue to press forward. And in that 11th hour, they had their breakthrough. But had they not continued to press forward, they would have never seen the victory that they had hoped for. For me, what helps me to keep pressing through, strangely enough, is the movie 300. Anybody in here ever seen the movie 300? My wife doesn't care for it particularly, but I enjoy it. And there's a particular scene in there that just really motivates me and it really inspires me. And it's when King Leonidas is standing before his 200 soldiers, his 200 Spartans, and these are big, strong, muscular, ruling men. And they have their beards and they're covered in blood from their enemies. And he's standing there and he stands and he says to them, no retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law. And by Spartan law, we shall stand and fight and die. And that encourages me because it lets me know that in spite of the odds, in spite of what may be going on all around me, in spite of whatever the situation at hand may be, I must stand and remember that law, no retreat, no surrender. It was in May of this year that I found myself taking on the task of raising $6,000 for Make-A-Wish Foundation of the Louisiana, Texas, and Gulf Coast chapter. And as I sat there with Miss Jackie at the table, and I committed to this obligation, I was excited, I was thrilled, I was enthused about the opportunity. And from that day until now, there has been challenge after challenge after challenge. I started the project with the team, and now I'm at a place where I'm by myself working on accomplishing this goal. And I sit and I say, when should I give up? But I hear King Leonidas in the back of my mind, no retreat, no surrender. And I continue to press forward. I sit and I talk with business owners and I ask, I solicit wholeheartedly, I pour myself out and I say, I would love if you could sponsor this event. What kind of donation can you give toward this event? I don't think I'm interested. And I could walk out of there so discouraged, but then I have to remind myself about the law that we all must live by if we desire to be successful, if we desire to see victory. And that law is? Exactly. No retreat, no surrender. When I'm faced with the obstacles of putting this event together, I've had friends and family to tell me to my face, Dominique, you've taken on more than you can handle. This event is too large. I say to myself, no retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law. And I continue to press forward, and I continue to press on in spite of what they may say. And I believe that each and every one of us will, at some point, if we haven't already, if we're not currently there even, at some point we will come face to face with something that we so strongly desire to see come to pass in our lives. Whether it's a child graduating from high school or college, whether it's a marriage being successful, whether it's an ailment in our bodies, we're all going to ask ourselves, when do I give up? And when you come face to face with that challenge, like I'm face to face with that today, Dominique, how are you going to raise $6,000 for Make-A-Wish Foundation? I don't know. I can't answer that question. But what I do know is the law. And that law is, come on, you guys can do better than that. What's the law?
No retreat, no surrender.
That's exactly right. No retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law.